My success comes from God. Today we're going to look at legacy overlooked, how we learn from Abraham's refusal. In the late 1700s, John Thornton was one of the wealthiest men in all of England. He's a successful merchant and a banker, and he had the means to live however he pleased. But he made a decision. He gave away half of his income every single year. He used it to print Bibles, to support missionaries, to lift the poor and uneducated. And it wasn't just generosity. It was a conviction that no one could say, I made John Thornton rich. His wealth wasn't his identity. It was God's provision that was stewarded for God's glory. That same conviction shows up in Genesis 14. Abram had just returned from battle, victorious, respected, wealthy by rights. But when the king of Sodom offered him the spoils, Abraham said something remarkable. He said, I've lifted my hand to the Lord God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, that I would not take a thread or a sandal strap or anything that is yours, lest you should say, I have made Abram rich. That phrase, the God Most High, El Elyon in Hebrew, and possessor, comes from a word meaning the creator, the owner, the sustainer, the rightful holder. Abram was saying, my success doesn't come from man. My wealth doesn't come from Sodom. It all belongs to God. And here's the truth. When you know who your source is, you can afford to walk away from anything that clouds that credit. Abram didn't reject wealth. He rejected confusion. He refused to let anyone say that someone else had made him rich. That's not small. You see, that's legacy thinking. So here's the question for you. Is there a deal, an asset, a partnership in your life right now that might be tying your success to the wrong story? What would it look like to say, I won't even take a thread or a sandal strap if it means that God doesn't get the glory? Here's your challenge. Pick one area of your wealth and write this beside it. This belongs to God. I refuse to take it in a way that steals glory from Him, and then act on it. Let me leave you with this line. If God owns it all, then I don't need to prove that I built it. If this hits home for you, send me a private message. I'd love to hear your story. No agenda, just a conversation among fellow stewards. And if you're in the Atlanta area or within a couple of hours, I would love to sit down with you and hear your story about how God has brought you the success that you have today.